Dealing with trading losses is one of the most important parts, if not the most important part of trading that you'll ever have to deal with. It's pretty easy to make money when the market's working with you and when your strategy is doing exactly what you want and all of that. But once it starts changing, then things can become a problem. And you probably know how that is to be trading binary options and doing really well for a while. And then in just a couple of minutes, it doesn't work. And so today we're going to talk about how you can deal with your trading losses in a responsible way and in a way that you can still make plenty of money, but not lose money all in just a few minutes of bad trading. So my name is Jason. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get started. So you know how it is, you're trading really well, maybe even for a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden you get a couple losses, and then a few more losses, and then a few more losses, and then just in a few short minutes you actually have lost your entire account. And that's a horrible experience that all of us have actually experienced. And so I want to break that cycle right now. I want to show you exactly what to do to get out of that. And just to help you along the way, you know, there are some, of course, some mental things to be dealt with. We're not going to deal with those today, but we're going to talk about what exactly your actions can be, potentially should be, when you start getting some trading losses to get out of the cycle and back into profit. Because it can happen so quickly, and I don't think it's because you're a bad person or a bad trader or whatever. It's just because you haven't yet been given the tools and what you can realistically do to get yourself out of that drawdown. And this is exactly what we teach in Binary Masterclass. We go into deeper, we do even deeper dives there, but this is what we're doing there. This is how we help you out of this. And so, and it's very practical, and it's something you can start implementing literally today, so that you can have an immediate impact on your trading. You have to wait for 3 months or 4 months or 6 months until one day you get good at it. It's literally something you can that you can implement in this moment. So I'm going to share my screen here, show you some slides that I put together of exactly what it is that we do in the trading room and how to deal with trading losses. It is actually easier than you think. You might think that it's very difficult just because it's been difficult for you in the past, but it's not been difficult because it's actually difficult. It's difficult because you didn't know what to do. It's not even really your fault. And so this is one thing that you can do, and something I would personally highly recommend. So what is it? How do you deal with trading losses? This is precisely what I do. When I lose one trade, if I lose just one trade, who cares? It doesn't matter. Losses happen. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Okay? One trade, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean I'm going to blow my account. As long as I have my risk under control, and you can find out how to get your risk under control by going to our website, downloading our entire money management system, where I explain to you completely. But so as long as you have your risk under control, losing a trade literally doesn't even matter. It's not going to affect anything. So then what happens though if you lose two trades? Well, if you lose two trades, then you got to check to see if there's something going on. And and I don't spend much time checking, but I do just a quick check inside of me. And this is what's really, really important. This is also where part of that mental game comes in. The mental game is very, very easy as long as you have one thing in place. And this is absolutely crucial. You need to have one thing in place, and that is that you're willing to be completely authentic with yourself. And if you're willing to be authentic with yourself, trading is going to become very easy. If you want to lie to yourself, well, trading is going to be very, very difficult. But I do a quick check, and I ask myself, am I placing trades appropriately? And if I'm placing them appropriately, if I'm trading correctly, then okay, whatever. I just lost two trades in a row. That's just what's going to happen sometimes. It literally doesn't even matter. And if I'm authentic with myself and I see, hey, look at this, I actually didn't place those first two trades very well, then it becomes very, very easy what to do, right? It becomes really easy. You just change a couple of actions. You just place the next trade correctly. And the next trade may win or lose, but now if you place it correctly on your next trade, it lost because the market wasn't going to give you that trade, not because you aren't trading correctly. You got that? But that can only happen if you're being completely authentic with yourself. So just commit to yourself. You're going to look at it authentically. But it doesn't have to be any real big deal. All right? Lost the second trade? Take a quick check. Am I placing my trades correctly? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, all right, just keep on trading. You just got unlucky, lost 2 trades in a row. If the answer is no, it becomes very easy. Just place the next trade correctly. That's it. Nothing more. Nothing more. Don't make anything more out of it than that. All right? Well, what happens if I lose 3 trades in a row? Then all of a sudden something comes in. It's like, stop. Everything stopped because I know my statistics. I know on average how many trades I win in a day, how many trades I lose in a day. I know those statistics. And that's a very important video for a different time, to know your statistics, how to take good statistics, and how to read your statistics in a way that's going to give you some valuable information. It's a whole nother story there. But the point is, you lose 3 trades in a row, just stop. And I don't mean stop for the day, but just stop for a moment. And I'm not saying take a deep breath and, get your confidence back and everything, although that might be something that's important. But what are you going to stop? You're going to do? You're going to stop and assess your own trading. Now you're going to look even more deeply. Am I really placing trades at good spots? Am I really following the strategy the way that I should be? And if the answer is yes, okay, great. If the answer is no, okay, great. Then we'll talk about the 2. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to assess the market. Because it's quite possible that the market and your strategy aren't quite lining up with each other. It doesn't mean your strategy is bad. It just means that the market is not doing what your strategy would want it to do. It's not the right type of market. It doesn't mean you should be changing your strategy. It just means that the market and your strategy are not in sync. So let's talk about what to do there. Well, we're going to start with assessing your own trading. Again, you're going to be authentic with yourself. And you're going to ask yourself, am I trading correctly? Am I placing trades appropriately? And if the answer is no, then make the change. Right? I mean, it really is that simple. The thing is that so many people, they make such a big deal out of it. And it's so not necessary. See, if you're, you could be playing 2 games while you're trading. I said we're not going to go so much into the mind game, but I am going to go a little bit into the mind game. There's 2 games you could be playing while you're trading. If the game that you're playing is you want to feel good, you don't want to feel bad about yourself, you want to feel like you're really, really good and everything, then you're going to play such a game. But if your game is like you actually want to make money, you're going to play the game completely differently. Like if it's about making you feel good, like you know what you're doing, like there's no room for growth or whatever, then you're not going to look at your trades accurately. You're not going to look at them authentically. You're going to try and convince yourself that you're doing everything right. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. It's wrong with the market. It's wrong with the strategy, wrong with the broker, all of that type of stuff. But if you're actually there to make money, then you're going to look at your trades differently. You're going to look like, all right, well, maybe it is me. Maybe I am the one who made the mistake, and who cares? But maybe it's me. So, all right, so who cares? All right, yeah, it was me. So now I'm just going to make the change. It's all that matters. So you make the change, and all of a sudden things start changing. It's kind of cool. It's a cause and effect relationship. You make changes, things happen differently. You get different results. I mean, it's just, okay. So, all right. So you make the immediate changes, and then you move on to the next step. I'll explain the next step here in a moment. If you are trading correctly, you're looking at yourself authentically, and you are placing your trades correctly, all right, cool, just move on to the next step. What's the next step? Assess the market. Because remember, the market is not always doing the same thing all the time. It changes on average about every 45 minutes, maybe 60 minutes. But about every 45 minutes, something in the market changes. And if you don't know that, then you're going to just keep right on trading just like you always have, and then wonder why all of a sudden your strategy is broken. The strategy is not broken. The market just changed. And so you got to make those adjustments. So what I do, because I'm a support and resistance trader, and we teach everybody in Binary Masterclass how to trade support and resistance because it's so freaking easy, and everybody can read it. You don't have to be some genius. You just look at what's there on the chart. You press the button when it's time to press the button, when it reaches the line, and magic happens. I mean, it's so easy. So when the market begins, when you notice you've gotten 3 losses, just look. At several different currency pairs, is the market respecting support and resistance? Is it respecting support and resistance? If it is respecting support and resistance, then you can easily go into what we call recovery mode, and we talk about that, and I teach that in the money management training that's available for free. And so you can go into recovery mode, make that money back, get into profits, go back into normal mode. Great, everything's happy and fun. If it's not respecting support and resistance, well, then just stop trading. And it's not stop trading because you've reached too many losses. It's not stop trading because you're not a good trader. It's not stop trading because you're not in sync. Stop trading because the market just isn't going to give it to you anyway. So why on earth would you continue trading? Like, there's no reason to. Like, imagine you're walking down the road and you have $500 in your hand. And like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just throw $500 here on the ground, and I know in a few meters later I'm going to find $100. That's not going to happen, guys. Like, it's just weird. Well, that's the same thing. When you are trading in a market that's not going to give it to you anyway, you're kind of approaching it with that type of strategy. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So basically, when the market isn't lining up with your strategy, just stop trading. There's literally no point to whatsoever. There just isn't. There's no point to whatsoever. I have other videos where I go into more detail on that. All right. So if the market is responding, is respecting support and resistance, go into recovery mode. If it's not, then just stop trading. It's really, 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 it is that easy. All right. So how do you know when to start trading again? Well, I had very specific criteria about when to stop trading. And before I go on to that, I actually want to say this too. Like we'll say, you oftentimes hear stop trading when you reach X% loss or something like that. Well, that kind of doesn't make sense. It makes no sense to do it that way because X% loss doesn't give you any indication what the market is actually doing. You might be at an X% loss, but now's the time to get back into the market or something. And so now is the time to keep trading. So don't go based on an X% loss, like 10% loss, 20, 30, 40, 50% loss, and therefore you're going to stop trading. Actually look at what the market is doing and see if the market is okay for you trading or not. And the way you're going to do that is just look around at, 6, 7, 8 different currency pairs. Is the market respecting support and resistance? Yes or no? Very black and white. No need to figure out and get all technical and smart. Is the market respecting it? Yes. All right, cool. No. All right. And if it's not, that's when you stop trading, because that is the market telling you, hey, I'm not going to play your game right now. And it's not based on a percentage loss, because the market doesn't know how much you've lost. That's not any indication that the market's not a good tradable market. That's just an indication that you've lost money. That's it. All right. So watch to see that the market starts acting like how you want. This is how you're going to get back into the market again. Watch to see that the market's acting like how you want. What does that mean? That means I want to see at least 3 trades that would have won. What does that mean even further? It means I'm not going to trade. I'm going to just watch. I'm just watching the market. I'm sitting there drinking a cup of coffee and just, what's the market doing? And you know what? I see a trade. I see the price coming to support, and I would have clicked it. And guess what? It would have lost. And guess what? I didn't lose any money. That's awesome. Why? Because I already know the market's not been playing my game. So I'm just not even going to trade. I'm going to sit there and watch it. I'm not like, oh, but maybe this one will win, but maybe this one will win. Why would it win? It's already demonstrated that it's not going to. It's already demonstrated to me 3 times it doesn't want to do what I wanted to do. So why would I expect that the next time it's going to? There's no reason to. So then, all right, well then I'm sitting there and I watch and I see the price coming up to a resistance, and it was respected. The trade would have won. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh my goodness, I should have been in that. I should have been in that. I should have been in that. No, I'm not going to do that because the market wasn't telling me beforehand I should have been in it. But it's now showing me, all right, great, it's been respected. All right, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to watch now. Sit there and watch. Oh, it comes to a support. What's going to happen? Oh, look at that. The trade would have won. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, man, I should have been in that trade. No, I shouldn't have been in that trade. It would have won, but it doesn't mean I should have been in that trade. Big, big, big difference. And then I will watch it. Oh, look, price is coming to a resistance. All right, and it's going to win. Oh, no, it lost. Well, guess what? I reset. I go back to 0. until I see 3 trades in a row that would have won. And then I can say, all right, look at that. Now the market's coming back to what I would think. That looks to me like a market that I can trade now. And then I'll go back into the market. That's how I'll do it. And then I'll get back into the market. I make up my losses. I don't know, maybe I was down 7 or 8, 10%, something like that. And now I can place a few trades and make up a few of those losses. I'm going to go back to full screen, make up a few of those losses, or maybe even get all the way back out of my losses and back into profit on that same day. Maybe it'll take me the next day. It doesn't really matter. But the point is, it's a very methodical way of dealing with my losses, so I don't have to worry about getting all emotional. I just look, all right, did I lose a first trade? I did. Great, whatever. Lost a second trade? Quick check. Everything okay? Like checking, checking your car, making sure everything's all okay. Yep, everything's good. All right, cool. Go for it. Lost a third. Okay, now we've lost a third trade. We're going to pause everything and really look. Really look at my trading, really look at the market. What's going on here? And if everything's fine, I'm going to continue trading. If something's not, I'm going to stop and reassess and figure out what I can do and when I'm going to get back into the market. And it becomes very methodical, and it makes trading extremely easy. So this is precisely the stuff, and even more deep dives into all of this, that we do teach in Binary Masterclass, because we're not a signals group. You can follow our trades. You can take our trades, absolutely. But we're here to teach you how to be a solid trader, so you can not only trade binary options, you can also trade Forex or cryptocurrencies or futures or T-bills or stocks or whatever it is you want to trade. That's what we're actually here to teach you. So you become a solid trader who can make money whenever the market is doing whatever the market's doing, and in whatever market you decide you want to trade. So it's really pretty cool. And so we'd love to see you in the trading room, obviously. And we'd like to get very personal with the people and make sure everybody has, they get a coaching call, and make sure they get an onboarding call, and make sure that all questions can be answered with the interactive Telegram group. It's not just a one-way Telegram group. It's an interactive Telegram group. You can talk with other members. You can talk with us. And premium members get a whole nother level beyond that. And even basic members, you get a one-on-one coaching session with one of us where we'll answer any question you have about the strategy or the market. So it's a pretty cool way of doing things there. And so, hey, maybe join us in the trading room. I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. And if you have any questions about it, write to us, and even look on the on our Trustpilot to see what we're doing there. All right. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the trading room. Have a good day.